Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Mary Kate Olsvig and I make crafting and homemaking content. Why? I don't know. I just love having a million hobbies, and I suppose video editing is a hobby to add to the list. This video has been filmed over the last couple of months and somewhat hodgepodge together due to the mess that is my camera roll. You can tell because my pregnant belly varies in size throughout and the furniture in the room changes, I think on a few occasions. I have been working less consistently and more following a here and there approach to weaving between ongoing hyperemesis, which is a severe pregnancy nausea, and the toddler mom life. That's about all I could manage. But it is really nice to be working again, even just in these small increments.
I'm excited to say that I have found time to spend knitting, largely in the evenings after Max goes down to sleep, but also just throughout the day. He kind of gives me some time here and there. Sometimes, like right now, he's napping. Otherwise, he'll play quietly for 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, and so I get a little bit of work done. Right now, I am working on, let me check the name of it. This is what happens when you knit in front of your child. He gets your pattern and, plays with it. It's hard to be mad because it entertains him. This is the page that I'm currently on. The bottom half was not important, so it's fine. Let me see if I can find the title. Okay, this is the Soul Top, S-O-L, Soul Top by Moki Knits. It is a cute little tank top. Let's see if I can find a picture. I'll just put it on the screen. I'll put a picture on the screen. So it's a tank top with broad shoulders, so plenty of room for a breastfeeding bra, which is always really thick, underneath, and then it's got a tie up front, so it will be very easy breastfeeding access. It's going to be a little bit loose, so it'll be flexible to fluctuating sizes, but it will be able to be worn here in Hawaii. I haven't really worn a sweater since getting here. I wear my sweatshirt inside, but like going out in a sweater just hasn't really happened. So making a tank top makes the most sense. So like I said, I actually have been making pretty good progress. I've been working on this probably, 3-ish weeks. I'm in the middle of a row. I don't know why I didn't finish the row to do this, but this is how far I am. I decided to add striping because I wanted this to be a little bit of a stash buster. I had to knitting for all of, these are the merino cotton balls, which I had gotten to make Max a baby sweater, like a 6-month size sweater. And I never did, and honestly now he doesn't need it, so I'm not gonna do that. Anyway, so I wanted to use these, but I don't actually have enough. I only had 2 balls, so I don't actually have enough to make the full shirt. So I had to buy 2 more, and I got like a really light cream. So it's gonna have a thin stripe of green, a thin stripe of the kind of grayish color, I don't remember which color it is, and then a slightly bigger one of the cream to finish it out. This is where we're at. I have the back begun, and then I am working right now on the right front shoulder. I will say this pattern is super easy to follow, and I'm mostly stuck in it, so it's been really great when I am working with Max. I don't have to have my pattern right next to me. I can just count how many rows I've done and check it off of the pattern as I go, and I don't have to worry about like constantly making sure I'm on the right set or doing the right thing. It's a very straightforward pattern. I have made 2 mistakes so far. The first one being that I changed colors on the wrong row, and so now my garter stitch has it has that band that you get when you change colors on the wrong side. I'm sure there's a word for it, I don't know what it is. I forgot that that happens with garter because it doesn't really happen with stockinette, and so I have a little bit of a mess there. And then I had to undo 20 rows on my shoulder bit because I literally just miscounted how many rows I had in my green stripe by 20. I was off by 20. And so I did, 20 extra rows, and I had to take them all out or my stripes wouldn't match. And there was a brief moment where I thought, I guess my stripes just won't match. It'll be okay. And then I decided to hold myself accountable because I knew it would bug me in the end. And so I actually took the time to fix it. Anyway, so now it's all looking a lot better. Yeah, so that's where we are with that. That's what I'm working on right now.
I know I've talked a little bit about illness on here before, and certainly long gaps between filming and working can show the times that I've had to drop one thing or other just to stay afloat. I've been spending a lot of time recently choosing what tasks do and don't get done, which can be so frustrating because it used to all get done. Maybe it just felt like that back before kids when my life was my own to rule and I didn't struggle so much with chronic illness. I love watching other YouTubers, especially homemaking videos, and honestly, guilty pleasure, I love van life and tiny home videos. The problem with these niches, and honestly a lot of knitting and crafting channels too, is that they're very centered around starting and finishing projects within a week, or at least within that week's video. But that kind of consistency really isn't on the table for me right now. And honestly, it's not something I want to prioritize when I have a child who needs me to drop everything and read him a story or explain why eating houseplants is not the same as eating spinach. I do have a lot of goals for what my life as a mom and artist look like. I want very desperately to dedicate more time and energy to my art. I miss my days as an art student when I lived and breathed crafting and deep thinking and working on a thesis project in a coffee shop in little Savannah, Georgia. But I live such a good life here, and I truly wouldn't change it. Who was it who said, sometimes I can feel my bones straining under the weight of all the lives I'm not living? Foyer, am I saying that right? I am currently navigating the careful balance between having goals, being motivated, working hard, and at the same time keeping my priorities on little things that are so important but don't seem to add up to much. Things like eating lunch every day and putting the Duplos back in the box. It can feel like my bones are straining under all of these lives. And maybe it's cliche to say, but I just can't live all of the lives I want to live. I guess this is random and not really weaving related, but I like to share where I actually am, and this is just where I actually am. I'm sick, tired, I love my little boy, and weaving about twice a week. My philosophical thoughts are mostly just reserved for time spent in prayer and apparently here and now. That being said, you can see I have made some progress. I am about 24 inches in on my first pattern, which is going to end at 32 inches. If I put in 2 more solid days of weaving, I should be done and ready to start the long process of threading for project 2, which is very exciting. I am not yet sure when I'm going to actually start sewing these stockings. I'm still kind of figuring out the details there. But for now, I'm just going to finish project 1 and be satisfied when I have done that. In the meantime, I wish you all the best. Thank you for following along, for listening to my babbling. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video.